Thank you for that thumbs up. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Moving, walking, and talking, walking and talking, because we walk and talk. We walk and talk over here. Ooh, what's this? Nosy, y'all. Nosy. It's nice outside, y'all. I hope it's nice wherever you are. If you come across this live or the live replay, I hope it's nice wherever you are, because it's nice outside. It's nice outside. Look at the legs move. Watch the legs move. Remember, y'all hear that over here, because I'm sure you'll hear it somewhere else soon. Watch the legs move. Look at the legs moving. You move them and you keep them moving. We keep moving. Hey, Spiky. Happy Saturday, Spiky. What's up with you, Spiky? What you doing? We move with a purpose. Move those legs with a purpose. Moving. Move. You keep moving for traffic. Thank you. We march. You're at Starbucks. That sounds good, Spiky. That sounds good. What you getting? What you getting from Starbucks? What kind of drink you getting? Are you getting food too? Are you getting food too? Black coffee? Okay. A lot of people like black coffee. I try to like black coffee. I try to like black coffee, Spike. No food. I hear you. Spikey, I try to like black coffee, but I don't know, it's so bitter to me. I try to like black coffee. Then I try, sometimes you gotta take baby steps. So I try it with just like a teaspoon of sugar, but I gotta have 2 sugars and some cream. I gotta have 2 sugars and some cream. Sometimes it's like if you just want to cut back on the sugar and you don't want it totally black, you can put a little creamer in it, but I'm like, I think though I would rather just have it black. If I'm gonna drink it, I don't want, it sounds weird, but I don't like black coffee. But if I had to have it, if it was a choice between like black coffee and certain teas, I would put black coffee maybe. Certain teas, if it was between black coffee and certain teas. But I like flavored teas too. I like regular tea, but I only like tea with nothing, absolutely nothing, besides like maybe the chamomile tea, eucalyptus tea. I like that kind of stuff in the wintertime. And like if you got a cold or something, it's good. Because if you have a cold, most times you're not even thinking about the taste of it anyway. Because a lot of times your taste is not what you want it to be. When you have a cold, you like don't really have a taste for anything. So you just need that heat off of it. And it's just something to soothe your throat, kind of loosen up the congestion. It wakes you up. That's what my friend said, Spikey. She said black coffee wakes her up. She said black coffee wakes her up. I understand it. Like with some people, it's just like the caffeine. The black coffee, the caffeine, what helps to wake them up and get their day started. But I don't know. I never ever when I had to get up like early after high school, and I had to get up early for work or college classes, I would drink coffee or different types of coffee, but I never could get with black coffee. But I have heard people say just what you said. It wakes them up. Like I have one, she drinks black coffee only, like in the whenever she has it. I have another one, she drinks her black coffee in the morning, but if she has it throughout the day, then she'll get some sugar and creamer and put in it. Yeah, I be up all night. You be up all night, Spike. Doing what? Probably like me, just a night owl. Cause even when I have to get up early, Spike, I'm a night owl. I'm a night owl. I be wanting to go to bed in my mind. I would like to be in bed like not even too early then. Like some people can go to bed at 8, 9 o'clock. That's their bedtime. In my mind, I would like to go to bed around 10:30. Sleep till 6:30, 6 or 6:30, and start my day. And I figure that's 8 hours or 7.5 hours. So that's pretty good. Go ahead, go to work, do any little activities that you need to do after work. Get you some food in, chill out for a minute, and go to sleep around 10:30. It doesn't work like that though. Even when I get up early, I'll probably end up going to bed like after 12. After 12, you're watching movies. See, that's what a lot of us do. A lot of us do that. We are watching movies. Like I said, I would like to go to bed at 10:30. Well, guess what? I'm usually going around 12:30, sometimes 1 o'clock when I have to get up early. And I gotta stop doing that. I gotta get out of that. I gotta stop doing that. And people are probably like, well, you still doing it. When are you gonna stop? I mean, you just have to try. You just have to try. But if I go to bed like 1 and I have to be at work at 7, I'll get up like 5:30, 5:45, 6 o'clock if I'm pushing it. So that's what? That's only 5 hours of sleep. I think all of us need a minimum 6 hours of sleep. Optimal is 8. And if you can get 10, that's good. Because some people go to bed at like 8 o'clock, I'll say 9 o'clock. And they don't get up till like 6 in the morning. That's what? That's 9 hours of sleep. I think that's good. Hey, Lakeitha. Hey, Lunch Pride in chat. How's everyone doing today? Doing good today, Lakeitha. Happy Saturday to you. How you doing on this Saturday? Me and Spikey just talking about coffee. And then one thing led to another. We went from coffee to staying up all night, staying up too late. Yeah, I say staying up too late. Like Spikey likes black coffee. Do you drink coffee, Lakeitha? My mom goes to sleep early. I can't. I know, Spikey, right? It's like, even when I try to go to bed early, it's almost like it's a job. It's like a task, trying to make myself go to bed early. And I'm like, ugh. Because I don't want to go to bed early. I like staying up. Look, if you drink coffee sometimes, do you prefer it black or do you need sugar or sugar and cream? Like, how do you drink it? Spikey is at Starbucks right now and she's making me want something. She's making me want a frappuccino. She's making me want a frappuccino. Spiky, you're making me want a frappuccino. You like sugar and cream? That's how I am, Lakeitha. I don't say I can't stand it, but I don't really like the taste. I don't really like the taste of black coffee. I don't really like the taste of black coffee. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. But I'm like, I just prefer it with sugar and cream. I prefer it with sugar and cream. I don't know, I just prefer it with sugar and cream. And I know Spikey was saying that she was saying that she'll drink it. She drinks it. And she drinks it black. She drinks it black. You don't like black coffee at all? Laugh out loud. Those are good. I get those before I go some. Yeah, there's. Oh my gosh, they are so good, Spike. They're so good. That what is it? Brown sugar. Oh my gosh, I can't say it. Shaken espresso. It's something like that. I can't. I can never remember how you say it the right way. I never remember the name of it. It's like what is it? Brown sugar, shaken espresso. It's something like that. It's an espresso. It's so good. I don't really like black coffee, but I will drink it. Like I was telling Spiky, I don't really like tea unless it's flavored or has a little bit of sugar. But if it's during cold season, I will have some black tea. I mean not well, black tea, green tea. I will have tea without the sugar. Because it's soothing to your throat. It helps to loosen up that congestion, helps to open up those nasal passages. So I will drink it, tea with no sugar, and I'll drink black coffee then. But Spiky was saying that it helps to wake her up. And I have a friend that says black coffee also helps to wake her up. And I have people that say coffee, period. Coffee just helps to wake them up. But it seems like it's something about black coffee. Some of my friends, it's something about black coffee, and they say it's like, it's best black for them. Like if they were to drink coffee with cream and sugar, I guess they get a little spark or whatever, but they say that the black coffee is what does it for them. I like tea cold or hot. Yeah, me too. I like it cold or hot, but you know how like you have those chamomiles and rosemaries and eucalyptus and all those like that. And they say it's best to just drink it without sugar. I believe that. I believe that because, anytime you can cut back on sugar is good. So I believe that. And they do. I don't add sugar to them like during the, if I'm drinking something like that, I don't add sugar to it. But if it's just regular tea, I add a little bit of sugar. If it's just regular tea, I add a little bit of sugar. And if it's just regular tea, I add a little bit of sugar. And that's it for the sugar. Green tea is okay to me. I know it has some health benefits, but as far as we're talking about taste, it's okay. It's okay. But I will drink green tea. I had to learn to train my taste buds. Have y'all ever heard of that? Training your taste buds to like things that are better for you. Yeah, like I will drink it, especially during the winter. It's heat. It's kind of like the same concept as soup, having warm, hot soup. Just kind of loosens up the secretions and opens up the your airway passages. So I'll do it then. And like I was saying earlier, if you have a cold, a lot of times when you have a cold, you really can't taste anyway. You really can't taste that it doesn't taste like you. In your mind, it's kind of like a mind thing. If you've tried black coffee before, right? Or you tried tea with unsweetened tea before, then you really, if you have a cold, you're just really trying to get in some fluids. So the taste probably really isn't bothering you as bad, because when you have a cold or a flu or something like that, a lot of times you don't have a taste for anything, even the things that you like. So those are good times to kind of drink those warm beverages to kind of help loosen things up. But if it's just an average day, I want my coffee to have a little cream, okay, and a little sugar. And I want my tea to have a little sugar. And I love strawberry teas. I love flavored teas, fruit flavored teas. And I love drinking fruit flavored water. If y'all have never had, have you ever had, I know everybody has like lemon water, lime water, but have you ever had water with cantaloupe or watermelon? Oh my God, it's so refreshing. Hey, April. Lakeitha, green tea's okay? Yeah, green tea is okay. It's okay to me. And then, y'all know that bubble tea. I ain't gonna lie, I like bubble tea. So that's why I say I eat right, but I don't eat perfectly, okay? How you doing, April? How you doing, Lakeitha? How you doing, Spiky? Thank you, ladies, for coming into the live. We're a little bit early today because it's so pretty outside today. So I hope it's pretty wherever you are. I hope you've gotten a chance to get outside and just, enjoy the weather if it is pretty. If it's snowing or if it's really cold, just go out there, stick your head out the door. If you don't want to go out there, stick your head out the door. And what do I say? Take a few deep breaths in and out. Few deep breaths in and out. Take you another deep breath in. We're going to stop and take it in and out. Inhale. Deep, 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 deep. Exhale. Take a few deep breaths in and out. About 3 to 5. Okay? About 3 to 5. Get up, and if you didn't do it this morning, do it tomorrow morning. Kind of hold your head to the left. Get a little stretch in that neck. Hold your head to the right. Get a little stretch on the other side. We want to always do opposing sides. Do some circles with the head. Protect and support your head with your hands on each side if you need to. Circle around and around and around. Go the opposite way. You want to always do the opposite, right? Raise those shoulders up and down. Raise those shoulders up. And that's pretty there. It's pretty here. So that's good. That's good. Raise those shoulders up and down. Hold those arms out to the side. Do some arm curls. Forward, 2, 3, 4, and backwards. 2, 3, 4. And if you want to go on, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Put those hands on the hips. Bend to the right a little bit as far as you can. Take that arm and lift it over. Okay? And hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I'm talking and I'm walking. Y'all can't see what I'm telling you to do, but I'm just giving you some nuggets, some things you can do in the mornings when you get up, okay? Or you can do during the middle of the day or before you go to bed, okay? Go to that left side, hands on the hips, bend to the left, lift that arm up over your head, towards your left, okay? We have gotten to the waist, right? Stand near a wall or a table to make sure that you're supported in case you need to hold on to something. And lift that knee up. Lift those knees up. Do it like that a couple of times. Synovial fluid moving. Lakeitha says it's pretty there. She said her April showers. Do it up, up. You can stand in place or you can just do high marches up, high step up, high step up. Okay, so we're going head to toe, right? Okay, we're going head to toe. Make sure that you're somewhere where you have some support. Take that foot slowly, slowly, slowly back. Pull it up and hold, okay? Do it for like 2 to 3 seconds. And then you start to make it last a little bit longer. Do it for 5 to 6 seconds. And hold, okay? Hold. Get those knees ready for work. Get those knees ready for the day, okay? So we're gonna kick that foot out, okay? On that heel. Supporting with that back foot. Bend just a little bit. Bend that knee just a little bit. You don't want to lock it. You don't want to lock it. But we're going to pull and we're going to flex to get a pull in that calf. We're going to bend and stretch that calf. Okay? Do that a couple of times to get it going. And then you want to do it and hold. All right? Then you want to do the other side. Okay? We've gotten to that calf. We're working our way on down to the ankle, right? So you just want to do some ankle curls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, we just loosened up from head to toe. It didn't take but what, y'all? 3 minutes, maybe? Just 3 minutes. So if you don't want to get out and just do a hardcore workout, just do some things to help your body loosen up. Do some things to help your body loosen up to get that blood flow, that lymphatic flow, okay? That synovial fluid to flowing. You want to help to do the things that you need to do to help be more productive as you move around during the day. You'll be able to do things a little bit longer, right? All right, support that blood flow. Support the lymphatic flow. Support the synovial fluid. All right? Support your joints by moving them, helping them to create more synovial fluid. It's just simple. Do the simple things. Do the simple things. Do the simple things. All right? So I know that you guys couldn't fully see me, but for the most part, I think the explanation was sufficient. I think the explanation was sufficient. So everybody loves to walk, but does everybody loves to do a neck lean, a shoulder roll, an arm roll. Twist at that waist, twist at that waist. Get that waist in order, okay? Utilize those buttocks so it can help you walk if you have those knee problems, okay? Okay? So that's what we do over here. We just talk. We walk and we talk. If you can walk and talk, that's a sign of your physical fitness level. A great sign. But if you cannot walk and talk, or if it is causing you to huff and puff, worry about the walking. That is the key component. That's why it's Lions Pride. Let's what? Walk and talk. You can walk and you can talk, or you can just walk as long as you keep moving. As long as you keep moving. As long as you get that movement in. Yes, Lakeitha, as long as you get that movement in. You don't have to get up and do 3 sets of 12 arm curls, tricep. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. It would be great if you do. It'll be great if you do. But we just want to loosen the body up. Loosen the body. Loosen up your muscles. Warm those muscles up. All right? Get those joints ready to move so that you can keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving and grooving. Okay? Keep moving and grooving. Keep moving and grooving. It's so funny to me how people really think that the important part is to talk. So much so that they'll leave from over here running about walking and talking, walking and talking. Nah, it's the walking that's important. You talk and it causes you to get winded. Save that energy for your walk. Save the bulk of your energy for your walk. Okay? And then the more you walk, the more you'll be able to eventually talk and sound normal. It's normal to sound a little bit winded. You're moving, you're working, your body is a machine, you're working. But if you're if you're finding that you're trying to catch your breath, or that you hear yourself kind of huffing and puffing, we hear it. You may not hear it. You may need to listen back. We hear it. Okay? So make sure that you do what's safe. What's safe? Work your body, but make sure you don't hurt your body. Remember, that's all we want to talk about over here. We just want to talk about some stuff that we have going on in life without getting too personal, but just dropping nuggets for each other, but mostly health and fitness. Health and fitness. They say health is your wealth. I say fitness and health are your wealth. Okay? Fitness and health are your wealth. Right? Right? Your blood pressure may be perfect. Your cholesterol may be A-okay. Your glucose levels may be fine. But how do you feel when you get up and move? Do you feel stiff? Right? Do you feel like in your mind, are you saying, oh my gosh, it's time to get up? And not just because it's time to get up, but because you don't feel like moving around just yet. So get you some good old stretching in there. And it doesn't even really have to be stretching. It can just be some movement. Slight movements. Slight movements. Slight movement. Slight movement. To get things flowing and keep things going. Okay? Slight movement to get things flowing and keep them going. Okay? To get things flowing and keep them going. To get things flowing and keep them going. Okay? Now, whoever's still in this live, there's a set few people that come over here and they steal everything I say. So I'm sure y'all will hear that again later in the day or tomorrow or next. Okay? You will. It is what it is. It's like we're all here to help each other, but some people just have a crab in the bucket mentality. If I can find something and learn something from you, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to, 1, give you credit for it, or 2, Make it so much different that I don't have to, right? Because I got the nugget from you, all right? Or I got the seed from you. When you planted the seed, it grew straight up. I'm going to take the seed and let it curl around, or I'm going to let it go to the left or to the right. It doesn't have to be straight to make it perfect. Things are perfectly beautiful the way that they are. It just depends on how you nurture them and the way you would like for them to be. You guys ever seen like plants? Vine plants? Vine plants don't grow straight up. They just grow. As long as you nourish a plant, a vine plant, it just grows. And you eventually have to take that plant and kind of wrap it around the stick. Or if depending on the room you're in your home, you can put it along the wall. Make a beautiful design out of the wall plant. And somebody else can take the wall plant and just wrap it around sticks and let it go straight up. But they got to take the vine plant and they have to support it. It's just all about creativity, originality, and being authentic. But all of you still have a vine plant. All of you still have a vine plant. And tell me some things that make you happy, y'all. I think that's why some things that make you smile. Some things that make you happy and some things that make you smile on this Saturday. Make you smile Saturday. What makes you happy? What makes you smile? What are the things that make you happy? What are the things that make you smile? Make you smile Saturday. What makes you smile Saturday? Okay. I had to do something. Y'all had to make sure that this... Okay, Lakeitha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being here. It's Saturday, and thank you for those who gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate you. If you come across this live while we're still live or during the replay, if you're live, please double tap that screen or tap the 3 buttons to the side and select the like button. If you would like, I would appreciate it, okay? I don't fuss at anybody, but I do mention it, so I would appreciate it. Because I understand how people feel when they get fussed at about thumbsing up the live. I understand. Some people don't like to do, they don't like you to do that. They feel like, I'm watching you. If I want to give you a thumbs up, I will. If I don't, I won't. It doesn't really mean that they don't like it. Some people just don't like going back out. They don't like tapping the button, the little dots and going out. So instead of telling people that all the time, I say it, and I'm glad when my mods say it, but I don't hammer that, because if they hit something else and leave out, then they're gone. They're gone. Keep the view. Keep the view. But if you're on your phone, it's not hard. All you gotta do is double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. If you're on your phone, just double tap the screen, okay? Just double tap the screen. And there are so many ways to support. You can just watch. If you don't like or whatever, if you're watching for a few seconds up to about a minute or two, you've given someone a view, and that is support. If you have not subscribed, and if you would like the content creator, I would like for you to subscribe. Okay, that's one way to support. A third way to support is after you have subscribed. Don't just stop there. Ring my doorbell, better known as that YouTube notification bell. Okay, so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload a short, a video, or go live. Okay? Hey, Mad Dog. Welcome into the chat, Mad Dog. Me and Lakeitha and Spikey were just talking about coffee. Coffee. And just ways to kind of wake yourself up in the morning or in the afternoon or at night. You know, people have different schedules. Sometimes people sleep all day because they work at night, or they sleep most of the day because they work in the evening, or they sleep all night because they work during the day. So just giving some nuggets on how to get up within 3 minutes, within 3 to 5 minutes, and just get some mild stretching in. And thank you for joining the live again, Mad Dog, the moderator. Okay. Mad Dog, the moderator. The M&M, the double. She's the Mad Hatter, y'all. And she's the Mad Hatter in charge. Okay. She is the HMIC. She is the head Mad Hatter in charge. Okay. So y'all go over there and check her out, please. Please check her out. You'll have a lot of fun over there in Mad Dog's community. I promise you. Lakeitha says, Lance Pride, I'll talk with you later. I'm taking my aunt. Okay. Take care, Lakeitha. I hope your aunt is doing well. Tell her we said, hey, hello, from over here in Lions Pride, and wishing you guys a happy, happy rest of your Saturday and the wonderful rest of your weekend. A wonderful rest of your weekend. You're talking with your aunt. Listen, talk with your aunt. Talk with your aunt and get some of that knowledge. Okay? Get some of that knowledge from your aunt and share some of that knowledge with us. That's what we need to do. We need to talk more with our parents and our aunties, our grandparents, the elders in the community. And y'all, sometimes your aunts and your uncles can be young. Have you guys experienced that? Having an auntie or an uncle you? I have a younger uncle. I have an uncle that's younger than me. I tell him he can't tell me what to do. You think of your uncles as you're next to your parents. If your parents aren't around and your uncle and your auntie are there, you better do what they say, okay? You better mind little girls and boys. You better mind, you better behave. If your parents aren't there and your uncle and auntie are there, you better do what's right. Because you're still gonna get in trouble. Now, aunties and uncles can be fun a lot of times. No, a lot of parents are really, really fun. They're a lot of fun. And sometimes uncle and aunties can be not as fun, just as fun, or funner, okay? So we have to respect the aunties and the uncles as our elders. He's younger than me. He's younger than a couple of us in the family, but he's our uncle. So we do respect them. We respect them. It's funny calling somebody younger than you uncle, whoever, auntie, whoever. Usually you just call them by their first name. Usually you just call them by their first name. But you do respect them in their position. Much, much love to you, Lakeitha, and your auntie. So it's earlier today, y'all. We'll get done early. It's only been 24 minutes. No, it's been 34 minutes. And then again, thank you guys to the 7 people that gave a thumbs up. I hope that you are doing well on this Saturday, this beautiful Saturday. I hope it's beautiful where you are. And I hope you're taking care of yourself. Remember, SELF. 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 To take care of yourself. We hope I put God first, then family, and then self. But you got to remember, sometimes you got to be selfish, right? You got to be a little bit selfish and put self first. Put self first. All right? Put self first. Because you want to be able to continue to take care of those who you love. So you got to love on yourself. You got to take care of yourself. Self-love, self-conditioning, self-commitment, self-value. Value yourself and know your self-worth. Right? Right? You want to value yourself and you want to know your self-worth. Some people don't know. Most of us know that we deserve to be respected. We deserve to be loved. We deserve to have all of the things that I don't know if we deserve to have all of the things that we desire, but but we know there are things that we desire for ourselves. And we just want to have that self-love and that self-commitment and that self-dedication. Self-control for the things that we may not really need, that we desire, hopefully. You want to have some resiliency about yourself, right? You really, really do. And listen, worry about God, family, and self. Stop worrying about people you cannot control. People who are just as adult as you are. That happens too much. People worrying about people they cannot control. Stop doing it, because all you're doing is stressing yourself. You're stressing yourself. Stop worrying about people you cannot control. Remember when I talk about not being able to compete where you don't compare? You're on here trying to do certain exercises or do certain things a certain way, and you don't know who that person is that you're watching. You don't know what they did in the past. You don't know what they do currently. So even though they're doing something that you would like to do, know your limits. Know your limits. It's just like when we're talking about exercising, fitness. Whether you're walking, skipping, running, jogging, marching, okay, skating, riding your bike, okay, riding your bike on your elliptical, on your walking pad, on your treadmill, using your mini stepper, whether you're swimming, whether you're hiking if you can, whether you're jumping rope, whether you're doing aerobics, whatever you're doing. I just named out 15 things that you can do. Everybody doesn't have to do that one same thing. Variety is crucial and it's definitely key. But whatever you're doing, always know your limits. Always know your limits. And so many people claim the role of a leader and they want to claim that they lead and not follow, period. But all they do is follow. All they do is follow. Imitation is like following. At times, it can be a sincere form of flattery. At times, it can just express your lack of insecurity with self and the things that you can do. Because there's nobody in the world that I would like to imitate. Nobody. Nobody. No human. No human. No human. There are some humans I would like to have. Maybe I can appreciate some of their strengths. Okay? I can appreciate some of their strengths. And I can take keys, lessons, and learn from them that way. But once I develop it, if I need those keys and if I need those lessons to help me develop that, it's going to be mine. It's going to be developed in a way that you know is Lioness. That's her way. That's her way. So it's a nice day to walk for like 2 or 3 hours. All right. It's a nice day today to walk for like 2 or 3 hours. So you don't have to walk at your intensity. It doesn't have to be, start where you are. You know where you are. Listen to your body. And as always, professional, personalized disclaimer. If you hear me say it or see me do it, do so at your own risk. Many of us are licensed, registered, certified to do many things as it relates to the body, health, and fitness. And many of us aren't. But sometimes I guess people try to teach based off their personal experience. But for those of us who are licensed, certified, and registered, there needs to be a professional, personalized disclaimer. And I tell you each and every live, do not do anything you hear me say or see me do. Okay? If you do so at your own risk. Always, always, always talk with, communicate with, consult beforehand your primary healthcare provider. Okay? Before starting, changing, ending any exercise plan, program, regimen, or routine that they have you following. All right? And make sure that the lines of communication between you and your doctor are open. All right? Be it your doctor, nurse practitioner, physician's assistant. If you've had injuries in the past, physical therapist, occupational therapist. Your dietitian, your nutritionist. When you go to your local gym, your fitness coach, your weight training coach, whatever you call it, your personal trainer. And make sure that even if it's a personal trainer, that they have some credentials. Now, sometimes the gyms can, really train them and get them certified to a degree. But make sure that they have training. All right? Make sure that they have proper training. And you'll know, even though they're the trainer, you'll know. Because if you say, hey, I can't do that, that doesn't feel right, and they try to push you to do it anyway, that's one red flag. That's a red flag. Now, you got to make sure that you're on your P's and Q's too. You can't go in there saying you want to do this, that, and the other, and everything they tell you to do, you're like, nah, I don't want to do that. Communication. Remember the lines of communication, even with your personal trainer. Let them know why you don't want to do something. You know, now if they don't understand that, that's their problem. You need to get another personal trainer. We're gonna march because this traffic is moving. We're gonna lift these knees up, high step, whatever you want to call it, step or march, high step or march. Get those knees up, helping those hips and helping those knees. Okay, thank you, Mad Dog. I appreciate you helping those hips and helping those knees. We don't come over here do anything but walk. And if you look at my shorts, I'll cut out a little bit of and put a little weight stuff in there, a little bit lightweight. But that's it. We're a shorts channel, variety shorts channel. Okay. So anything you hear me say, anything you see me do, you do so at your own risk. Always, always, always consult those people I said, your specialty doctor. You know, your healthcare team form a circle around you. I say this every day. They're an atom. You are the nucleus, okay? You're the most important part. So listen to them, but also be expressive. Talk to them about how you feel, what feels right, what doesn't feel right, what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Let them know, okay? Let them know. At my youngest birthday party thing, oh, what, you're young, what, oh my, what are y'all doing? Mad Dog, what y'all having a blast. Y'all having fun. I bet y'all are having fun. What's the theme, Mad Dog? If you don't want to say, don't say. I get it. I was about to say, if you don't want to say, don't say. I try not to ask people questions, you know, but it was just so, when you said that, I was like, oh, what y'all doing? You know, I had like 2 or 3 regular questions that you could ask, but I don't ask. That's one thing I don't do. I try not to do is ask people questions because they don't have to answer them. But sometimes I don't even like to throw out some questions, you know, because people are nosy. So there are some questions I don't even like to throw out because the next thing you know, you'll start hearing that question every day, every other day, once a week. There is some laser tag thing. I'm here to support. Oh, that sounds fun, Mad Dog. That sounds fun. That's good. It's always good to have support. And it's always good to be supportive. If you can, it's always good to be supportive of people in their endeavors. You know, the things that they're doing, the things that they want to do, the things that they're trying to do, is always good. So we're going to hit these right here. Because as I always tell you what, you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of equipment, right? Use what you see. Okay? Use what you see. We're going to go round and around we go. 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 This is probably the one thing I might be able to do that I don't see again, okay? Round and around we go. Round and around we go. Round and around we go. Utilize what you have. Utilize things in your kitchen. Things in your home, period. We were talking about walking. Get on your bicycle. We didn't mention that one, remember? Telling y'all about 20 things today. Maybe 25. Okay, if you can skate, go skating. Okay? Ride around the block. Ride around the neighborhood. Go to your local park, ride your bike or walk. Right? I think I mentioned hiking. If you don't want to leave home, walk around the biggest room of your house. Put on your watch, your Fitbit, okay? If you want to count your steps, and walk around the biggest room of your home. Do laps. Or around several. If the biggest room isn't big enough, walk around 2 or 3. Walk outside the perimeter of your home. Walk up and down the street in front of your home. Walk up and down your carport. Walk up and down the driveway to your carport. Walk up and down that. Okay? Y'all know y'all only get that over here. But man, oh lady, nowadays it's everybody. Walk in big circles. That's what we're doing right now. We're walking in big circles. Thank you guys for those 9 likes. I appreciate you. We're walking around in big circles. Because I'm out and about. And sometimes you just you see an area that's clear. You can just make laps around your home. If it's cold outside, at least you're close to your home. You run in there and get warm. If it's hot outside, you run in there and cool off. Okay? You run in there and cool off. But you keep moving. Keep moving. All right? Just like when you're walking, with the walking talk that I like to do over here. The walking is the main component. The walking is the main component. It's the most important part. It's the key. It's the key. You want to move. You want to move. Keep that heart pumping. Keep that blood flowing. Keep that lymph flowing through the lymphatic system. The blood pumping through your blood vessels, your arteries, your capillaries, okay? And you want to always, what? Remain hydrated. We don't care what time of the year it is. Especially in the summer, but definitely in the fall and winter as well. Spring, fall, winter as well. You want to remain hydrated. Not just when it's hot. Not just when it's hot. Your body needs that hydration. It needs that water. It needs the fluids. Unless you are on a fluid restriction. Okay? If you are on a fluid restriction, you stick to what your doctor has told you is enough for you. Otherwise, if you don't want to do any calculations, otherwise, about 6 to 8 glasses. For some people, 10, depending on their occupation, depending on what they do for work. They may work outside, they may sweat a lot, and on top of that, they may work out. So you'll have some people that may need about 10 glasses or 10 cups of water a day. Some people, 6 to 8 is sufficient. Okay? 6 to 8 is sufficient. It all depends on what you do, all right? And what your body's going to have to do with that water, with that hydration. You don't work outside, you kind of inside. 6 to 8 is sufficient, regardless of who you are. But if a doctor has told you you don't need that much, stick with your restrictions. Stick with your restrictions. And if you feel like you're just not, that's just not enough, especially like in the summertime, let your doctor know. Let him or her know. And maybe they can work something out with you. Because, you know, we get fluid or we get water through cucumbers and things like that even. You know, through our fruits and veggies, we get water that way too. So maybe he can work something out with you to help you to be able to increase that a little bit. If not, then you have to just do what you do. You have to pray about it and do what you do. Do what you're told to do. Do what you're told to do as long as it's not harmful to you, okay? Look at the legs move. Look at the legs move. We're walking. We're talking. But do not walk and talk if it's making you... We can tell, okay? I'll just say it that way. If you just need to be walking, please just walk. Just walk. The main component of the Let's Walk and Talk over here in Lions Pride is the walking, the movement, the moving, the fluid movement. All right? Listen to your body. If you feel like you need to, if it's getting to be too much, slow down and or stop. Slow down and or stop. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to stop. And just try again later. Okay? Try again later. I got 9 thumbs up. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. If I get one more, I have 10. But guess what? If I don't, I'll go on there and tap it, and now I have 10. It's not against the law. It's not against the guidelines. Like your own videos. Make sure you remember to like your own videos. Like your own shorts. Do you do that, content creators? Make sure that you do. Make sure that you do. And I know that there's this concept of everyone helping everyone, but let me tell you something. Sometimes your help can be taken and used in a wrong way. So help yourself. Okay? Learn to help yourself. Study. Look up things. Monitor. Watch your analytics. Okay? Study things. Read about things. Honestly, I think we stay on these computers and phones too much. Okay? We really do. That's why a lot of times when people say, that they don't see you, it's kind of good because you need to give your eyes a break from these screens. Okay? That screen, it interferes with your sleep. It interferes with different chemicals in your body. All that time on the phone is a computer. All that time on your phone, your laptop, your tablet, your computer, yeah, it keeps your mind like, boom, stimulated with dopamine. And so you want to grab it. Dopamine means you're excited. It makes you excited. So you're excited to grab it again and just stare at it, look at it, watch it, right? But then after a while, that starts to wear on you. It starts to wear on you. And some people love social media so much, or the apps so much, that the first thing that they'll say is they'll come back what you're saying. Well, I'm not on here, I'm just watching. How much do you watch? How long do you watch when you watch? That is really key. Sometimes it's not how much, but how long. Which, comes back around to how much eventually, but when you're on there, how long do you watch? Are you on watching for hours? That's why I say I try to stick with an hour, because I'm one content creator. People who support you, they support many, many content creators. Looking at these phones, whether you're a content creator or a subscriber, or just a watcher. Some people don't even log in, they just watch. Because they don't want to get caught up. Because they see what's going on in the chats. And they think, wow, is it like this? So if I go in and leave a comment, I might get attacked. Or my opinion or my view may get criticized. So they just watch. They just watch, right? They just watch. But imagine if that person also works with the computer. They're helping their kids with their work, their homework. Imagine that person is you. You do so much already on the computer, and then you're on the apps. Technically 24 days. Some people take the phone in the kitchen, in the bathroom, everywhere, right? I oftentimes step away because if I'm cooking or something like that, whatever I hear, if I'm in my bedroom, whatever I hear when I go into the kitchen, I'll just pick up wherever when I come back. I'm not really taking that phone with me in the kitchen because you need a break from these phones. Hey sis, hey Joyelle. Joyelle says, hey sisters in chat. Hey Mad Dog, hey Lance Pride, thank you for those purple hearts, Joyelle. I appreciate you coming in. And see, you don't have to buy all this stuff. You can do different things. Do different things. Work your body, trick your body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. Just do a 1-2 step. 1-2 step, 1-2 step, 1-2 step. It doesn't have to just be dancing. We can dance like this. Use this curve. We're utilizing this curve. 1-2 step. 1-2 step. See, it doesn't always cost. And when you do spend money, just invest into you a treadmill, a walking pad, a bicycle, a mini stepper. I don't suggest the mini stepper for long-term cardio. If you know, you know. Okay? I don't suggest the mini stepper for long-term cardio. But it is great. It is a great way to create resistance for those calves and those quads and those hips. But I don't suggest it long term, okay? Mad Dog says, hey Joyelle, sending you a heart. Y'all, all of a sudden I just see a lot of smoke. Oh my gosh. I'm near a barbecue pit, but the smoke isn't usually like this. Oh my goodness. The smoke isn't usually like this. Even though I'm near the barbecue pit, the smoke isn't usually like this. So, you guys, I'm sure you have heard about the other plane crash in Philadelphia. Y'all, to happen so soon, to happen at all, and then to be so soon after the other incident, that's within a week, right? Definitely within a week. That is so sad. And to see that the minor on there had just had a procedure, that was so sad. The fact that it's a minor, the fact that there were people, period, the fact that they had just, been to a hospital and received a procedure. That is so sad. My thoughts and prayers are with them. Whatever you do, however your religion is, or whatever you believe, if it's not the same, don't stop through here leaving crazy comments. But my thoughts and prayers are with them. And I don't know why. I don't see how anybody can love on this man that's in office right now when all he does is cause division, try to create division. And in his warped way of thinking, the things that he's removing from life, from everyday life for people, should just kind of, help bring people together because it'll remove all these stipulations that you must be like this or you must be like that. It's not that you must be a woman to get a job, or you must be, you can't be handicapped and get a job, or you must be, why are you removing all these things? Because you know that people in these places of authority are not going to be equal in their hiring processes. That's why they were there. And to say something about Black History Month, I was like, dude, get out of here. And it's so disheartening, y'all, to see, even especially to see like people of color make excuses when it's talking about the price of eggs. He's only been in a week. But when you're talking about things that have been a certain way for the past 50 years that help to make this country a little bit better, it's like, oh, he's done 300, 400. Yeah, he's done 300 or 400 acts to take this world back to a crazy time. And if you're talking about what's going to be for your children, your grandchildren, he's ruining that. Your little granddaughter may not get that position because some entitled white male wants the position. So you need to think about that. That's what you need to think about. And she may end up having to try to pass, because she'll soon learn that the things that are happening right now, even within this week, were meant to keep women and people of color and people who think differently as far as their sexual orientation, to keep them down. And just the makeup of the current administration, it doesn't take rocket science. But for some people, they either, one, they don't like to admit that they, saw a pile of and stepped in it intentionally and thought it wouldn't stink on their foot like it does everyone else's. Or they just hate being wrong. So, wherever you are in life right now, whatever you're doing, put God first. All right, put God first. Put your head down and get to work on the things that you need to do to make sure that things are good for you and your family. Hey, Joshua. Hey, Buddha. Hey, Buddha. What's going on, Buddha? Buddha says, hello, everybody. Hey, Joshua. Welcome in. Joshua speaking to Buddha and Joyelle. Joyelle speaking to Joshua and Buddha. Everybody speaking to everybody. I'm reading stuff backwards. But y'all get the idea. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming into this live and for saying hello to each other. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for coming into the live today and saying hello, and thank you for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to spend some time with me. Okay? And I appreciate that. And especially to those of you who are multitasking, like, like Mad Dog. She's multitasking, okay? She's supporting me. She's supporting the birthday party. Joyelle, I know Joyelle is multitasking. Y'all can look at Joyelle's demeanor in the chat and know that she's a multitasker, okay? Joshua is all over the place, supporting everybody, going in, saying hello. So he's multitasking too. And Buddha. Y'all check out Buddha, please. She's very positive, okay? Please check out Buddha. She'll help you get your day started, okay? She'll give you some exercising tips, some tips to get you warmed up and worked out and get you ready and prepared for your day, no matter if your day starts at 6, whether your day starts at 2, or whether your day starts at like 10 o'clock at night. All right? Yes, Lord, I'm writing a letter or recommendation, right? See? Right now. Joyelle is writing a letter of recommendations. You see what I mean? We multitask because we're busy, y'all. We have things to do. And sometimes even when you're not busy, sometimes you just want to chill and you just want to be to yourself. Or you just want to just get a little rest or just watch TV and you still come on here and you support people. I appreciate you. Because you could be doing anything else. You could be anywhere else. But whatever you're doing, wherever you are, and you stopped in this chat, you showed me a degree of support. And I thank you. Thank you to the subscribers. I thank the content creators. And I thank YouTube. See, some of the things that you are good that start to rub off on other people. I see certain other people that used to come to my chat are now thanking YouTube. They didn't do that, y'all. They didn't do that. But it's good that they do that, because if we're appreciative to YouTube, maybe YouTube will show more appreciation to and for us. That's how it works. That's how it works in your day-to-day life, right? Doesn't mean you always get back what you put out, you know, but, you know, you hope for the best. You hope for the best. You hope for the best. I said, we've been walking an hour. Now I want to just kind of get a little pep in my step, okay? I want to get a little pep in my step, because you got to walk with a purpose, right? You got to walk with a purpose. You want to move, you got to make the movement count, all right? Whether your goal is weight loss, whether your goal is just to use exercise, physical exercise as a mental outlet, right? Because when you're walking, that's why I say it's not so much that the talking, for those who think so, that's what makes it popular or part of the title or the channel or whatever. The component, the main component is the walking. If you can talk, that's a great sign of your fitness level. But if you can talk and you're struggling, leave that talking alone and just walk. Okay? You see people at the gym, some people can talk your ears off. But when they're working out, they're silent as a mouse, because they're focused. They're focused, okay? Mad Dog says, hey, Buddha, I came into one of your lives last week. Oh, Buddha, are you still here? If you are Buddha, Mad Dog says she visited you last week. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Just appreciation, support, support, support. Supporting each other. Subscribing to each other if you want to. We do not do that over here. That's sub for sub. But I do suggest that people support each other. You know, you got some people who don't do content. So they really don't, you know, need the support. Or the type of content they do is not really like they're trying to grow. They're just on here to have fun. You know, talk a little, swallow a little. That's all they're on here to do. So it just depends on what you're doing. It's just like exercising. We're doing it to lose weight, as a mental outlet, you know, or to keep fit. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. It's all about your health and wealth, okay? Not your wealth, your health and fitness, which contribute to your wealth. Because over here, I say your health and fitness are your wealth, right? Your health and your fitness are your wealth. So it contributes to it. It contributes to it. Oh, they acting crazy. It ain't nothing like watching a bunch of young folks act the fool in the parking lot, y'all. It's so fun. It ain't nothing like watching a bunch of fools in the parking lot. When I say fools, I don't mean it in a negative way. Okay. It's like they're having fun. Look like they may be high schoolers. Okay, they're high schoolers. They see each other across the parking lot. These nut jobs go roll. Now they shouldn't have done this, but they go flying up to each other in their trucks. But it ain't nothing like watching people have some fun. See, there you go. Now we're gonna come around this way. We're gonna do a figure eight, and we're gonna get on these steps. So you don't have to buy all that equipment, right? You don't have to buy all that equipment, right? There you go. There you go. All right. Use what you see. All right. Use what you see. Use things that are free. Use the things that are free. Use the things that you see that are free. Okay. Those steps, let me tell you, these steps are free. As long as I'm just out here walking around, those steps are free. The steps are free. All right. They're free. So we use them. You got to work your body, make sure you don't hurt your body. You also trick your body, make sure you don't hurt your body, right? So, make long-term investments, right? Bicycles, stationary bicycles, treadmills, walking paths, ellipticals, weights, and work out at home. But some people, they'll have that stuff at home, and guess what they tell me? That they just walk by it every day. So they get a gym membership. There's nothing wrong with that. We're still in that time of year where you may be able to get a gym membership for a little bit of nothing, right? Well, I won't say a little bit of nothing, because in this day and time, every dollar matters, right? But you may be able to get a good deal, get a membership at a good deal. Y'all remember what I said? This month you can join so-and-so's gym for just $1 a day, okay? $1 a day. without the commitment. We want you to be committed to yourself, but you don't want you to feel committed to us. So you just come in and each day you pay $1. There are so many different ways that they sell these memberships nowadays. Because you're thinking, hold up, $1 a day, that's $30 a month, right? So then your wheels start turning and say, well, wait a minute, they got another deal that's like $9.99 a month, right? And you're still scared to get that $9.99 a month deal because you feel like, I'm not going to go. So you feel a little bit better about going for 7 days and paying $7. At least you went each day, as opposed to paying them $10 and you didn't go at all. I get it. I get it. There are so many different ways. You know, sometimes things seem more costly, but you have to think about how you're gonna perform, what actions you're gonna take. And so $1 a day, 31 days, yes, $31. So the better thing would be, well, let me just get it for 10 per month. But what if you don't go? Or you only go once or twice that month? Okay? So take advantage of some of the deals that they offer. Some of them don't seem like deals, but when you sit down and really think about it, sometimes it really can be a good deal for you. Okay? It can be a really good deal for you. So we went early today, y'all. We're already done as far as an hour. Y'all know I said I don't like to keep people on that long because people have stuff to do. You work 8 hours in a day, right? You work 8 hours in a day. You sleep 8 hours in a day. That just leaves you 8 hours. It's not fair to keep people alive for 2 or 3 of those hours. Now it happens because sometimes we just be having fun, right? But regularly, I don't know. Unless you just don't. Oh, they're playing a lot of music. I'm gonna come back this way again. You know, if you just don't have anything to do, but get up and go moving. Go move. Keep moving consistently and be persistent about it. Consistently and be persistent about being consistent. Okay? Consistently move and be persistent about being consistent. So, we're going to go look at some walking shoes, okay? Y'all know that New Balance is my favorite shoe. But let me tell y'all something. At heart, I'm still a New Balance gal. But with these Hokas, y'all, it ain't nothing like them. Okay, it ain't nothing like them. At heart, I'm a New Balance girl. But with these Hokas, I ain't gonna lie to you. There's nothing like them nowhere, okay? Nowhere. Now, that's to each person's, to each his own, because some people like clouds. Some people really love the cloud shoes. I've heard people say that clouds I heard people say that they're great, and I hear people say that they hurt their feet, or they make them feel, very uncomfortable. So, between the two, I hadn't had them before. So I started out with Hoka, and I tried the Hokas. And they have won me over. They give my New Balance a run for the money. I'm not going to even lie to you. I think I just have this, I have this loyalty to New Balance. I just have this loyalty to New Balance because I can always remember back in the day when nobody wanted to wear a New Balance. They thought it was like your grandpa's shoe, your grandma's shoe, or your mom's shoe, your dad's shoe. Let me tell y'all something. Who usually knows best? When it comes to us, in any generation, who usually knows best? Even if you feel like your parents don't know best, we ain't gonna go into that. But who usually knows best? Most of that generation before. Now, they may not be as up on the technology and things like that, but when we're talking about just good old common sense, analytical sense, putting 1 and 1 together and getting 2 instead of 1 and 1 together and getting 5, who usually knows best? So, people talked about New Balance because they weren't cute enough. I was, and I didn't ever talk about them, but I wasn't looking for how my foot needed to feel as I walk. Because when you're young, vibrant, like 18, 19, 20 years old, definitely in high school, in your 20s, you don't really care about that. You want what looks good. You want your stuff to feel good, but you definitely want what looks good. You definitely want what looks good. So you don't really pay attention about to the mechanics. Okay? You don't pay attention to the mechanics, to the mechanisms of the shoe. But now that I do, these Hokas are great. And there are about three that are really great. Okay? There are about three of them that are really great. So we're going to look at them. So we're going to look at them. Somebody got some dirty feet, y'all. Okay, I'm out of there, y'all. Look, I walked right into, hey, Shawanda. Did I speak to Shawanda, Joyelle? Thank you for speaking to her. They are so, look, Joyelle, they got a lot of cute ones in there. But I think another store has more. I think another store has more. And let me tell you, when you pay for these tennis shoes, especially a good walking shoe, you want to make sure that 160, that 170, because look, they're going to be more than, you might find a couple, like there were a few in there for like 139.99, but the ones that I want, most of the times they don't even take coupons on them. They don't even take coupons. So it's cool today. Since you are about to make me go get some sneakers, okay? Okay, I thought they would have what I wanted, but there are a couple that I could have settled for, but I want to get what I want. So I'm gonna go to another shoe store. Cause see, people around here trying to be fancy and stuff with these Nikes and paying all the money, better get you some Hokas or them Clouds, especially if you're working hard. You're walking. Well, they just don't know. They're expensive for a reason. Those New Balance. What else? Those Saucony. What else? Is it Saucony? Yeah, Saucony. Asics. Those are good shoes. People say that's your grandmama and your granddaddy's shoe. Yeah, you better get it because grandmama and granddaddy knows. Those pink ones. Oh man, I wish I had seen that comment, Joy. Yeah, I would have asked you which ones. Because girl, you know I was kind of going through there. I had passed all by the ones that I was looking for. I passed all by them. I'm like, how did I pass by the shoes like that? I had to ask where they were. I passed all by them. I'm like, okay. Where my keys at? Y'all, where my keys at? So I gotta make another stop. I know I was gone. Look at this big old. Look at this here. I can't stand this. It better not be no honky tonk on my car. I'm in somebody else's car too. But heck, girl, I cannot stand that honky tonk. Like, jeez. All up on the line. What they used to say about Diddy, all in the videos. All up on the line. Look at that. All up on the line. Oh my gosh. I zoomed through that Joy. Yeah, I didn't even realize how I was like, I need to slow down a little bit. But I could just tell they really didn't have what I wanted. So I just zoomed on through there. So yeah. Look at this. Oh, this gets on my nerves right here. It is hot today, y'all. I said it feel good. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. It's hot. It is hot, okay? Hold on, y'all. It's hot. I'm taking some stuff off, okay? Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Thank you, Joyelle, for being in the live, for doing that walkthrough, that Zoom with me. Y'all, see, y'all should have been trying to do a Zoom through. But you know, girl, they don't be over here in these lives like this. They be out there looking for some stuff, some action. They be looking for some action. I'm trying to let them find some traction. They be looking for action. We trying to find some traction. Okay? They be looking for action. We trying to find traction. I got you, sis. Left out. We be looking for. They looking for action in these YouTube streets. We trying to find traction. We're trying to find some traction. We don't need no action. We're trying to find traction, okay? Cause it's enough. Look, it's enough action to go around. But we're trying to find traction. Cause we know how these people, they ain't gonna come over here and look for some shoes, sis. They ain't coming for that. They ain't gonna come over here and talk about a little health and fitness. And when some of them do come over here, even they be up for some mess. I be like, don't come right here. Don't come right here for no mess now. We ain't got time. Y'all, my hair wrap coming off and everything. Lord have mercy. Ooh, I cannot. Let me make sure, Joyelle, because the way this scarf set up, honey, the way this scarf set up, I ain't trying to scare y'all. Okay. Girl, yeah, they be looking for some action, baby. They don't be looking for traction. We around here looking for some traction. We trying to find some shoes. We gonna get our shoes. I already know what I want, but you know how like you trying to see what's new, cause like these shoes come out every I'll say every, maybe not every 3 months, maybe like every 5 to 6 months. They doing something with the shoe. Like you get used to what you like, and then they put a little switch on it or a little change on it. And I'm like, can y'all just leave it alone, please? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Please, Joyelle. When I tell you, you'll grow a set of abs laughing at me. Girl, if this, I gotta wash my hair. I want to go to church tomorrow. I really do want to go to church tomorrow. You know, sometimes people they be like, they don't go to the church because of the way people, act and stuff. And they ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when you go to church, people do get discouraged from going to church because oftentimes in the church, you find that it's just as cliquish as anything else. It's just as cliquish as going to work. It's just as cliquish as like being a part of some civic organization or places can be like sorority, like it can be just like work, the part of the employee club. Everybody loves these employees hang together. They check with certain people when they're going out to lunch. If everybody can't go out to lunch, they don't check with certain people. Sometimes going to church for some people can be like that. They'll just be like, when they go up in the church, they feel like it's a fashion show. And of course, if it's a fashion show, guess what? There are going to always be those who think that they're the best dressed, looking at everybody else like they could have wore something better than that. And I said, in these days and times, I would think that they didn't get out of that about the church, because now they say come as you are, right? And listen, some of these people do just that. They go as they are. They go exactly how they are. Baby, I know I know church folks is something else. Okay? You have to really be focused and go there for the word and go home. Joyelle, you have to really be focused. You're absolutely right. You have to really be focused, because you're already coming up in there. You ain't just right just yourself. You see what I'm saying? So you're already coming up in there. You're not just right just. Then you got people want to act crazy and stuff like that. I'm trying to make sure this phone doesn't fall off. You got people want to act crazy. You got people want to, and then it's just the way, nobody wants to go somewhere and be eyed up and down from head to toe and then receive looks like, who is that? Or who does he or she think he is? Nobody got time for that. When you're going to church, you should be going to church for the word. You should be going to church. There's nothing wrong with making friends at church, because the idea and the hope is that if you're at church, everybody won't be like-minded, but you would think that you would find some like-minded people at church. Yeah, there are going to be cliques in church, because even within a church, you may have some people who still think that partying sometimes is okay. You'll have, or hanging out together is okay. You'll have other people who believe in the old school way of things in the church still, which I appreciate that. It kind of keeps people grounded, in my opinion, the old school way to a degree. But then, we do have to look at the way we're doing things today and pull some of that into it and try to get that perfect mix, try to get that perfect mix of church. So you got some people that won't go to church because you got cliques in church, the same way you got cliques at work, cliques at school, cliques in civic organizations, even within sororities. You got cliques. The sorority itself, the fraternity itself, is basically a clique. But then you got cliques within there, because there's always going to be somebody who thinks they look better, thinks they act better, think they have better jobs. So 2 or 3 may have 6-figure jobs. They don't really want to hang with the other members of the sorority who still have 5-figure jobs, and their 5 figures may be on the low end of 5 figures. You know what I'm saying? So when people go to church, hey, Catherine says, caught you live, caught up to you. Okay, caught up to you. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? I saw y'all earlier, you and Deborah, you were about to end your live. So I didn't come in there, but I think I caught Deborah the other day, and I think I caught you a little bit before her. So how you ladies been doing? Welcome into the chat. Thank you for coming to the live. We're just talking about church. So you go to church sometimes and people looking at you crazy, and it's like everybody doesn't have to be like-minded, but you would hope that you can find some like-minded people in the church, you know. But oftentimes you find people that are kind of cliquish. And again, they say come as you are. And I can truly appreciate that. But sometimes people even do take that too far. The come as you are, sometimes people do take that a little too far. When they say come as you are, because you may not have anything but what you have on. But if you can get them in there the way they are, I think the premise of it is, the idea is that even if they came in there dressed inappropriately, at some point in their experience there, once they get there, they will want to do better. You don't have to, beat somebody up about the having on a short skirt. Once you get there, hopefully they'll learn to, to want to dress better, to want to come and be more respected, because you ain't gonna get people you ain't gonna let people just come up in your church just wilding out, just doing the most. But sometimes when they say come as you are, you got the members of the church who have to understand that coming as you are doesn't mean that they got a nice knee-length skirt or a blouse. They may have only a halter top and booty shorts. At least they came into the church, and maybe maybe they will see and understand that that's not the way they should be coming all the time. Maybe that they'll see and understand. But like they say, get them there. Don't scare them off. Get them there. Now, if they come to church and it's 6 months down the line and they still wearing booty shorts to church, something ain't right. Don't be telling me nothing about no come as you are and they still doing that. It's 6 months down the line. You shouldn't still be coming up in there with booty shorts, okay? Catherine says, I see it all. Joyelle says, because Jesus hang around a crowd of regular folks. You hear me? Exactly. A crowd of regular folks. And guess why? Because he knew every individual falls short of the grace, okay? Every individual falls short. Every individual sins or has sinned. There are some sins. We haven't all done the same sins, but and because of that, because sins are different here on earth, we choose to label sins as, we put them on levels and tiers. You know how the insurance company puts medications on tiers? You know how we put shoe brands, like I'm out here now about to look at my shoes, tennis shoes, we put them on tiers, right? Well, in life, sin / counter can be crime, right? We put them on tiers: second degree, first degree, second degree, third degree. So, people love to say no sin is bigger than the other. That is true, but we are in the human realm right now. So I ain't gonna never say no sin is bigger than the other, as far as when people who are in human form are being the judge. Because there are some things that you do. Sorry about that, y'all. I got a phone call. There are some things that you need to do that, you may need 2 years jail time. And then there's some things you may need 10 years is sufficient. And then there are some things where maybe 25 years is sufficient. So yes, in the eyes of God, no sin is any bigger. And, people feel like, well, only God can judge me. That is true. But as we live here in this human realm while we're on earth, there are things that man is going to judge us for, Miss Catherine says, seen it all. Joya says, did you see my earlier message, sis? Let me see. Now that's true. After for so long and you not trying to change. Yeah. Yes. Reprobated mind. I think I spelled that right. Yes. Did you spell it right, Catherine? I know what you mean. Reprobate mind. Let me see. I'm gonna go up, Joyelle. You mean the one that says, because Jesus hang around a crowd of regular folks? Let me go back up. They will learn. Yeah, they will learn. The church is a hospital. You're going there to be healed, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. You're going there to be healed. But some people don't go to church anymore, and it's because of some of those things. It's because of the reception that they get, oftentimes from the congregation. But let me tell you, sometimes from the ministers, because nowadays, and even in days past, some people in the church are strictly concerned with money. How much income can you bring in? How much can you donate? And it's sad to say, you don't want to say, and I'm not labeling any particular church, but we all know, ladies, we all know that there are some churches that their concern first and foremost is money. Now, if you're a small church, of course you're going to be concerned with money because you're trying to keep the doors open. We understand that. But some churches have gotten to a level where they're really, really stable financially, right? And they want to continue to be stable financially. The church, the minister, the pastor, whoever, certain members of the church, they want to continue to be stable financially. And so it gets to a point where money becomes the focus for some people. That's just the truth. That's it. That's all. Sometimes money will become the main focus instead of saving individuals' souls. That'll become the main focus. So, I love the diversity that's in church. I love when they allow the young ministers to minister to the young. I love when they have the old school Sunday school. I love how sometimes they have church where it's like church before work, or for some people it's church because they get off so early in the morning. Then they have two what am I trying to say, y'all? They have two meetings. I say two meetings, but y'all know we have church at like maybe 7 that goes until 8 or 8:30, and then after that it immediately goes, or they get like an hour break and you go into Sunday school maybe about 9:30, and then church service like 10 or 10:30. So they have two services. So churches have really started to, they've changed in a lot of ways to accommodate people. But when, like I said, it's come as you are, but they also want you to learn to come better. So you're not supposed to be turning people around. It's like they say, some people say, you never know, you may find your wife in the club. You got some old school scholars who believe in putting fear, instilling fear. But people go to the club, they may get married and stay married just as long as two people who met in church. You just never know. It's about, are you equally yoked? Are you ready to be married? Are you ready to be married to that person? Sometimes couples are meant to be married for 50 years. Some are meant to be married 10 years and they're meant to marry somebody else. You just never know. But sometimes when people walk into a church, they feel a little bit judged, because of what they have on, because of the car that they drove to church, because of the fact that they may have walked to church. They may be in a nice car. They may be in one of the most expensive cars ever, but it may be a church where it's the community that you grew up in. And you may have people who may not be doing as well as you are financially, but they'll still kind of look at you with their nose in the air, because now it goes from you don't have enough to you think you're too much. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's like, man, yeah, God, sin is sin. God is going to judge us by our faith, works, our actions, lack thereof, maybe our, sins. But when we're here on this earth, your sins are judged, at different levels. And one sin or a crime, or could be both, is worse than another. Punishments are different. And then we go to church, and then with the things that they teach about in church, yeah, God, if you're sinning, the next person is sinning, in God's eyes, you're sinning. He's waiting for you to acknowledge that, to rebuke that, repent, acknowledge it and repent, and serve him, right? So we can go real deep, but we just gonna say the basics. He's waiting for you to change. You've been doing bad, and then it's like you never change, you never see the good. It's kind of like the one that came to church with the rump breakers on. Okay, at what point can you not afford to just get a little knee-length skirt? So yeah, people say that you're judgmental when you say, oh, they came to church with this on. My thing is, whatever she came to church in, of course, sometimes it's going to turn some eyes. Y'all think if I'm sitting in church, if we're sitting in church and somebody comes in with something way shorter than Daisy Duke's on, y'all think we ain't turning our heads? You think we ain't getting like, what the world, what the devil? We are. That's human. We're human. But some of us have gotten to a point where we know not to judge them, because that may be all they have. That may be the clothes they have on their back. How do we know that if they've hit rock bottom? How do we know if they may not be hitting rock bottom, but they just have nowhere else to turn? This may be their first time coming back to church in a long time. And the first thing that they say to you, if somebody approaches them and say, sister, where you going? Or brother, where you going with those pants like that? Or with those shorts like that? Well, you said, come as I am, and I don't have anything else. So, a lot of times I think people get it mixed up when they say one sin, ain't no sin bigger than the other when it comes in God's eyes. Well, first of all, we don't think for God. We go by teachings and we go by morality and things that make good common sense, and the things that we've been taught. But here on this earth, you know, people judge things differently. That's just it is what it is. I think sometimes people use that thing that, oh, no sin is bigger than the other, to justify what they're doing. To justify what they're continuing to do, or to justify behavior that they're not ready to change yet. So they just say, well, no sin is bigger than the other. No sin is bigger than the other. The message after Catherine says she caught up to you. Oh, okay. I didn't feel like typing it over. Let me go see. Okay, caught up to you. Let me see. Baby, I know church folks is something else. You have to really be focused and go there for the word and go home. Right. I got you. I think, is that the one you're talking about? I think I saw it. Yeah, I saw that, Joyelle. You're right. You have to be focused, because people in church, like I say, in God's eyes, sin is sin. But in man's eyes, I mean, the reality of it is that sins are different. They're placed on different tiers, different levels. And that's just a funny feeling that we have. If you see somebody commit a certain sin and somebody else commit something that's really heinous, I mean, it is. They're worse. One is worse than the other. Because you at that point of sin/crime, one is worse than the other. We're not God. So when people say we're in God's eyes, we know that. I feel like sometimes they use that to justify their level of sin. I feel like sometimes they use, well, in God's eyes, one is no bigger than the other. I feel like they use that to justify their level of sin and their level of immorality and things like that. But like when you go to church, though, I think I got on that because I was talking about when you go in church, how sometimes you don't even want to go because you want to hear the word and you want to have a good time. And church is a great networking place. Church is a great place to network. The people of the church still have to work. They have social lives, But when you go in there and everybody, the biggest thing the first thing that you realize is that, and you can be dressed normally. And the first thing that you realize is that maybe it's somebody you went to high school that goes to that church that doesn't like you. Or maybe it's a neighbor that you had a few words with that attends that church and they don't like you. And maybe it's people you don't even know them from a can of paint. And they looking at you like you ain't nothing. Your dress is fine. Your attire is fine. You're not acting weird. You're not acting strange. Y'all, some people are just like that. Some people are just like that. And some people will look at you like that in church because they feel like they don't see you regularly. So they're like, who is this person? Who is this person? Why is she at our church? Because I'm telling you, cliques exist everywhere, even at church. And at church, there are cliques within the church. It's just like at school, in high school. When you're at high school, cliques existed in high school. And there were several different types of cliques. At work, you got cliques at work. On social media, you have cliques on social media. Cliques don't always have to be a bad thing. But I'm just saying, sometimes it's the cliquish mentality that makes people kind of not go to church sometimes. Truth be told, sometimes people will not go because, yeah, they may not go in there. They know that they have something nice to wear, but they know that the last couple of times they went to church, they may not have done anything. People just looking at them because their car isn't up to par with everybody else's, or or they put them in a category like, why is she sitting over here? She don't even drive this, or she don't even drive that. That goes on, y'all. Or she don't own her house. She doesn't own her house. He doesn't own his house. Or he lives in that neighborhood, or she lives in that neighborhood. So sometimes you meet those people in the church. And when you go in and you haven't done anything to anybody, you're a pretty decent person. As far as most of them know, you've lived life. Maybe some of them have known you and seen you do some things, but you're in church for a reason. But sometimes the people can make you feel uncomfortable. And that being said, sometimes the ministers can make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Right? So that's why a lot of times people, may not go to church. Those are some of the reasons why. But you just have to try to, if going like Joyelle said, you're there to go, you're going there to hear the word, and if you're going there to hear the word, sometimes you just have to focus and you have to block those people out. Thank you, Mad Dog. Mad Dog is in here. Okay, Mad Dog, you did say you were listening. I didn't know, girl. You know how those parties get. Welcome in, everyone. Double tap the screen, okay? Or click the three dots to give me a thumbs up. I would have greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Mad Dog. Catherine says, now, the nose turned up, not cool. Exactly. But folks driving nice cars and right and dress nice, there might be a story behind that. Exactly, Catherine. You never know. And a lot of times, the ones who have a story that will kind of blow your mind, those are the ones that look at people in a judgmental type of way. Catherine says, when I came back to church, I was tore, left out loud. Look at me now. Oh, Joyelle says they probably deleted it. There was nothing inappropriate in it. Because that's the only one I saw. The one I had read about it when you said baby church folks. That was the one that I saw right before Catherine. There was nothing inappropriate in it. All I said was someone attended church and smelled like they had been smoking. And I said, at least they are here. Okay, I didn't see that. I didn't see that one. I thank God that I grew up watching my mom treat everyone kind. She never overlooked anyone, and I do mean anyone. Yes, girl, I know. Sometimes we have parents and we be thinking like, shoot, y'all treat them people better than y'all treat us. But you be feeling like that. But I think sometimes that could be true to a degree, but I think sometimes some people feel that way growing up because, like I heard a guy the other day say, he had helped a young lady in a situation and the young lady's parents were thanking him. And so he said, that's just a part of being like a good steward of the community. Sometimes your own family has to sacrifice time spent with you because you're out helping maybe somebody else's kids. Of course, you're not going to neglect your kids and your kids come first. But sometimes if somebody else has something like a little bit more pressing going on, and you know that your wife or your husband can handle what, the day-to-day activities of what you and your kids have going on, sometimes you may miss their concert to go help somebody in a more serious situation, in a more crucial or critical situation. And so a lot of times that's just like an example, Dr. Martin Luther King. Look at how much he had to stay, regardless of what he did personally that people may know about. Most people their work is community oriented and it's community focused and it's for trying to help people overcome certain things. They spend so much time out helping other people and their family and their friends or just communities in general that their families don't get the time that they really truly want, but they even though sometimes they don't understand, overall they tend to understand and they learn to understand that mama loves me more. That's your mom, that's your dad. It's okay to say that. Daddy loves me more, but he has a big mission, not a bigger mission, but a big mission. There's no mission more important than his family, but sometimes he has or she has a big mission that requires their time. And sometimes that means taking a little bit of time from us. You could go to school and see your mom and dad at other people's mom and dad at every game. But if your parent is an advocate, for justice, just an advocate for good, a lot of times they won't get to spend as much time with you as your friend's father spends at the games, as your mother spends at the games, as your friend's mother, as much time as they spend at the games. Sometimes that happens. I thank God that I think I saw that one. She would literally give food out of our house to feed the needy. Now I see my mother and myself. Oh, see, and a lot of times when we're young, we don't see it yet. But as we start to get older, especially as we have kids and those kids start to grow up, we start to see those traits in our parents that we thought we would never have. Sometimes we didn't want to have, or we'd be like, I'm not going to be that way. Well, we start to see those traits. And especially if you have children, or if you just have nieces or nephews, or if you have neighbors, just your neighbors, someone that you're responsible for, like Joyelle is responsible for kids. You see people that you instruct. Then you start to realize why your parents were the way that they were. And you do realize that you do have a lot of the same characteristics, a lot of the same traits that you thought you would never have, or that you maybe even had back then growing up and you just didn't see it yet. You didn't see it yet. So a lot of times, people don't like to be, judged for nothing. Especially when you just walk into a place. You've never been to this church before, or it's maybe been years since you go into this church, and maybe you were wilding out when you were at the church 10 years ago. You know, you were going to church, but then everybody knew that you would wild out a little bit in the streets. But now it's been 10 years. You got a family, you're established. You walk in, like I said earlier, they're looking at what you got on. They're looking at what you're driving. They're trying to think about, oh, they live over here, or they live over there, or they live in this neighborhood or that neighborhood. And they use all of that if they know you already. But for those that don't know you, they're just kind of checking you out as you're there. How's your makeup? What type of jewelry do you have on? And they already start to kind of put you in a clique within the church. And some people don't like that. After after church, you come a couple of more times. They see that you have, like I said, you're 6 figures, maybe even 7. You have nice things. All of a sudden, everybody else who's in that tier wants to hang around you. The first couple of months, of course, you got to get to know people. But if the first couple of months, some of them may have even shunned you because they didn't know much about you. But now they see that, okay, he or she is living pretty decently, and all of a sudden, a certain clique in that church, they want to show you a lot of attention. That's crazy to me. Like, cliques exist. Cliques can exist any and everywhere. Cliques can exist any and everywhere. And then sometimes they may treat you nice and be good and kind to you because that's the way that they tend to be. And then they go out there and see that you're not driving the car that costs a house. You're not living in a neighborhood that's has 2 stories at least in every home. You're just living in something that's comfortable, affordable, and convenient. All of a sudden, they don't have that respect, or they don't want you in a certain clique. You're supposed to be in that clique over there. So that happens in church. And those are some of the reasons, those simple reasons like that. Those are some of the reasons people, they like, if I go to church, they're going to look at me funny. Even full grown adults will say, I want to go to church, but I don't know how the people are at the church. Well, honestly, we should have the mindset that you're just going to church and you're searching to see which church you feel more comfortable, because you're not going to feel comfortable in every church for those reasons we talked about. And just sometimes the people may be great, but you just don't feel like that's where you want to, that's the church that you would like to make your church home. Sometimes that's what it's about. Boundaries, tight boundaries. Yes, tight boundaries. Exactly, Joyelle, tight boundaries. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Tight boundaries. I hope these shoes are on sale, y'all, because these shoes, oh my gosh, that's the one thing I have noticed about getting them. Y'all, they usually don't take coupons. They usually don't take coupons. I'm a coupon gal. Look, I'm a coupon kind of gal. Y'all need to start taking coupons for some of these tennis shoes. Some of these tennis shoes, they be cutting up. They don't be wanting you to use no coupon. They be something else. Girl, I don't know who this man blowing at. I was putting my lock on my door. Y'all know how sometimes people don't even want you to blow at them even when they're in the wrong. I hit the switch, and he heard my horn. How about he just blew his horn? There was nobody near him. People be something else. People are something else. I'm gonna turn this off for a minute, y'all. I'm gonna mute because I don't know if they got music. Okay, y'all, they got some. They got a lot of them, Joyelle. Joyelle says every church has its foolishness. Yes, yes, that's true. And I do mean every. You have to go for the message and go home. Exactly right. That's exactly right, Joyelle. Joyelle, they got a lot of them, but they got music playing in there. So I can't try them on while I'm on live. I'm walking around. I think I'm gonna walk around. I've been on here an hour, y'all. I try not to do 2 hours, but hey, I've been on here an hour and 53 minutes, so I might as well walk this other 7, huh? Man, they got the shoe I want. They have the one I want. And of course, yes, they got a lot of them. And you see which one was on sale though, right? The all white. Don't nobody want no all white tennis shoe. It has its place. All white tennis shoes have their place. But I don't want an all white tennis shoe, not for walking. And you know they're gonna get dirty like crazy. I do not want an all white tennis shoe. Even when they don't get real dirty, you know, when you walk the way I use them, when they're gonna start, the rubber is gonna eventually start to kind of tear around the rims. And so when you have shoes with the color to them, you can't see that. Even like these are white, they're not bad. And you can only clean them so long before they'll just start to have that little look around them. So they're probably gonna end up having a white heel. But white shoes and really light colored shoes are so hard to clean. But I will say, when I walk, I try not to get in a lot of mud and dirt and stuff. So fortunately, all right, let's go across the street. They've been, I keep them pretty decent. Yes, that the first little speck, we gonna be mad. Okay, yeah, the first little speck. Because it's not that I don't like them. I love white tennis shoes. But they get dirty so quick, and that makes me steer away from them because they get dirty so fast. So when I buy them, I almost feel like I typically won't buy them to walk in, because you can be getting ready to go outside and have like Gatorade or something. Like if you got a fruit punch Gatorade or something like that, or a green Gatorade, and then it's like you're drinking out of it and it drops. There that goes. There that goes. So, especially if it's the punch, you got that red Gatorade and you drinking and some of it drops down. That's it. And you can wash it, and you can use certain stuff on it. Now I will say, if it's not a lot, you can use like peroxide. You can use hydrogen peroxide, and it'll help get that stain out of there. Because sometimes you go to the dentist or something like that, and depending on what they're doing to you, you might get a couple of specks of blood or something on your shirt. If you ever do that, get you some hydrogen peroxide. It'll take it right up out of there. The sooner you do it, the better. And and I have, put it on other stuff, but I don't know. I ain't trying to do all that with my tennis shoes. I'm gonna wash them and go. And sometimes when you wash stuff, like I say, it doesn't always come all out like that, like you want it to. It doesn't always come out of there like you want it to. So I'm gonna just do these 5 minutes out here, y'all, because everybody's playing music. Joya, everybody's playing music. I can already hear it. I was about to go into another store, but I heard the music. And see, when I went in the first store, they had a little music on. I'm sorry, YouTube. I didn't even think about that. I didn't know. So that's one reason I don't like going into stores. It's like fun going into stores and while you shop and stuff. But for the most part, you have to mute. If you don't mute, you have to go in there and edit. You got to go in there and cover the music up. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. 15. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being in here. You can be doing anything else. You can be anywhere else. You can be doing a lot of things, which a lot of you are. You're multitasking, right? You're multitasking. But I appreciate you being in here, and I appreciate the 15 who gave me a thumbs up. And I appreciate those of you who will catch the replay. So whether you were here the first part of the live, the middle part, or the end, whether you were here for a minute or 60 minutes, it all helps and it all counts, and I appreciate you. Thank you. You are appreciated. Okay? You are, especially my regular people. Now y'all can't look. We have to show favoritism to the regular people. Okay? We have to show favoritism to the regulars, okay? Catherine says, I appreciate you. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate you too. Thank you for coming in here and supporting me. I'll be watching you. I'll be letting you play when you be on that night. I come through there and say hello. I think sometimes you be in the bed though. I'll come through there and say hello. Or I'll say hi because I see you doing your kind of like a sleep live. It's kind of like a sleep live. I just let it play while I'm asleep. And then sometimes I wake up and it's on a different video. So I'll be like, she must have ended the live. I'll be like, she must have ended the live. So, you know, everybody can't catch everybody all the time. But what you can do is catch a little bit. Catch enough to give them a view, okay? Give people a thumbs up. There's so many different ways to support. Comment in the chat. If you don't like talking in the chat, just say hello. Just say hello. They'll know you that you're there. Or they'll know that you stopped by. You know? If it's late and you're sleepy, I understand. Just let it play. You may be like, I'm just going to let this play. So what matters is that you support it in some way. Whether you liked it, whether you left a comment, whether you just let it play, whether you were actually in the live for a few minutes, the replay, left a comment after the replay. I appreciate you. She says, thank you, left out loud. I'm like, Catherine got this live going, boy. I come in there, I'll see some people in there, and then I say, nobody will say anything. And I'm like, I look back and I say, okay, she's been live for like 30, 40 minutes. So that was probably then. But listen, keep doing it. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Keep doing it until your goal is accomplished. Keep doing it until your goal is accomplished. Yep, just keep doing it until your goal is accomplished. And like we say, we know people don't have, and some people can't sit in a live, or they can't watch the full video if it's an upload, or the replay, because they have things to do. So I appreciate anybody who watches just enough to give me a view, get to work, to tap on those hours a little bit. I appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up, subscribing if you haven't subscribed. Once you subscribe, what do? Another way to support is tap that doorbell that I call the YouTube notification bell. I call it my doorbell, but it's the YouTube notification bell. All right, it's the YouTube notification bell, so that you'll know each and every time that person uploads a video, or go live. You know, people are trying to be successful. Everybody has different goals, right? So just do a little bit. Just do your part if you can, if you want to. You know, sometimes people don't want to, and we can't hold that against you. But if you can, we sure would appreciate you. We sure would appreciate you. Sometimes you might not want to, so if you don't want to, you just don't want to. All of us have things we don't want to do, okay? All of us have things that we don't want to do, and we aren't going to let anybody force us to do it. But if you do come through here, if you don't hit that thumbs up, if you don't subscribe, at least you came through. There's so many different ways to support. Whether you even want to support or not. Guess what? Let me tell y'all something. Sometimes you get the most support from the people that don't like you. Every time you go live, you might see one person in that live, and a lot of times it's that one or two people that don't like you. It's that one or two people that don't like you. They just want to, they don't like you, but they come and they sit there and they look just to see what they can criticize, just to see what they can talk about, to see what they can critique, just to see if you're saying something that rubs them the wrong way and you don't even know that in the chat. You know, sometimes people just come have y'all noticed, just like when we talk about, I always say support positive content and positive content creators. And then what we usually talk about next, the drama gets the sale, the drama gets the view, the drama gets the most, right? Have you noticed that a lot of times the people who really like you don't watch you near as much as the people who dislike you? Right, Catherine, that's crazy. A lot of times the ones who like you, or you have no issues with, I'll say that, because you never know who likes you on these apps. I don't think anybody likes anybody. Because once they realize it's kind of like a dog-eat-dog world, it becomes the crabs in the bucket. So, but a lot of times if you see that one person sitting there, that two people sitting there, it's somebody who doesn't like you. It's the same way with positive and negative content. The positive content is not going to get a lot of views. The negative content will. Well, when it comes to your views, a lot of times it's from the people that hate you the most, or dislike you the most, or can't stand you. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me, because I'm not trying to go around nobody I don't like. I'm really not. Now, sometimes they'll suggest it to you, and I'm not gonna lie. If they suggest it to me, I'm like, out of curiosity, I'll look. But I have to remember, if it's somebody that you don't want to watch, spend that time on somebody that you do want to watch, that you do click with better. Because if you go and look at it even out of curiosity, guess what you've done? You've made that a part of your algorithm. You've made that a part of your algorithm. Yeah, Joy, yeah, wild work. Wild and crazy work. But they be always running around here talking about what's wrong and what this is, what that is, and things that aren't right. But they always the one right there, Johnny on the spot, when you upload a short, when you upload a video, or when you go live. The ones who don't like you, or the ones who used to click with you but they fell out with you, and then they can go and talk about everything you said and did. But they wouldn't know if they wasn't coming around. And then they want to flip it and say, well, you wouldn't know either. But that's true. But if they suggest it to me, and that's something I got to get over too, I'll go look at it. And 9 times out of 10, you end up finding that they still doing the same stuff. Just like they'll see. So it's like, once you unsubscribe from somebody that you don't want to be subscribed to, don't go look at their stuff. Don't go look at their stuff. Especially if you say you don't like somebody. Like, if you're going to be petty on the app, just be all the way petty. Just be an adult. What's wrong with being an adult? If you don't click with somebody, unsubscribe and go on. When they suggest it, I find myself saying, look, they suggested it and I got curious because they suggested it when I could have just clicked off of it. Or could have clicked and said, don't suggest it to me. So when they suggest it to you, let it ride. Let it go. And it's 2:04. 2 hours and 5 minutes, y'all. Y'all know I got to get off this live. I'm going to start back doing some lives because y'all know you got to keep those hours up. Those hours start falling off. One day I looked at my thing, had dropped about 300 hours. I was like, what? I was like, what the heck? What in the entire heck? So, but see, I'm the type of person, I'm analytical. I'm going to fact check your, okay, Joy, yeah. I look at things from all angles until I'm done. Exactly, Joy, yeah. And I think that's what makes me curious to go see, especially if I've unsubscribed and I'm not trying to go in that area because I just don't like that area. And then here comes YouTube suggesting it to you. And I'm thinking, well, I got to see because I got to make sure that they keeping their mind and mouth off me. But and 9 times out of 10, they're not. They're not. So that's when you just got to let them go because they can't let you go. Because really, you haven't let them go. So that's when you got to learn to let them go. But I'm like you too, Joy. Yeah, before I do that, I got to look at it from all angles. It's an analytical thing, okay? It's kind of like YouTube does. It gives us the analytics, okay? It gives us the analytics. Analytics exists for a reason. And you and my other sis Mad Dog is too. Yeah, they give you the analytics for a reason, okay? They give you those analytics for a reason. So I got to be more mindful of my own analytics, okay? Get to a point where you don't care. But then, like you said, you don't want people just around here talking about stuff and they don't know what the heck they talking about. Because some people get disgruntled with you. Girl, they can't let you go. They can't let you go. I sin put up with that. Somebody get mad at you, they can't let you go. You know what? If I don't like somebody, I'm mad at them. I want to let them go. I want to let them go. What I ask of them, they can definitely expect from me. If I say leave me alone, they can definitely best believe I'm leaving them alone. But I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Thank you so much, Joya. Thank you, Catherine, for coming in here, hanging out with us. I'm glad you caught me. Y'all know what I say. Don't let people bother you. Because 9 times out of 10, somebody else has bothered them, right? Don't let stress people stress you out. Definitely do not let stress people stress you out. Love you too, Joya, sis. I appreciate you for coming in here, as always, and having conversation and carrying this live, helping me to carry this live. Catherine says, no problem. Love your lives. Thank you, Catherine. I love you and Deborah. I love y'all's banter. I love the fact that y'all are just so close as sisters. Because believe it or not, y'all, a lot of times siblings aren't that close. And sometimes it's not that they aren't close. Sometimes you just see some who are really, really close. And whether you have a sibling or not, that's a joy to see. That's a joy to see. Sometimes, watching them, it can make you want to be closer to your own sibling. They fuss, they argue, and the argument is like comedy, y'all. The argument is like comedy. Catherine says, we love you too. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Thank you. Like, the arguments are like comedy. And I know they probably have arguments. They had arguments growing up that were real. And even now, maybe they were real. But what the one thing I do respect about siblings who don't let those things affect them to the point where they're not speaking to each other. Or maybe that happened before. I've known siblings. I know there's been times where I'm like, I ain't talking to her. But then, you're supposed to come off of that. You're supposed to come off of that. Like I tell y'all, my grandpops always told me, you around here skinning and grinning in your friend's face, but you still mad at your sister? You still mad at your brother? I better hear some talking. And y'all, when he said that, especially my maternal great grandpa, when he said that, you better start talking, even if it meant talking about school. Y'all better start talking, okay? Because he did not like that. He was like, you're supposed to love everybody, yes, but you definitely better be loving on your siblings. They right here in the house with you. So, like we were saying earlier, the things that our elders told us, we knew a lot of that stuff was true then, but you young, wild, and just vibrant, and just you don't think about it until it starts to really, really play a part in your life. Like, you get a little older. Now you have a friend that you've been friends with since high school, and now you guys are like 30, and y'all have a spat. Then you start to really understand that, you start to understand that how it feels not to be around people, not just family, but people you've known for a long time. You start thinking, do I really want to let this relationship go? We've been friends like that. Like Joyelle said, you become more analytical. You become more analytical in your thinking. Sound like me, I don't like that either. Yeah, I don't like that. And looking back on it, if me and my siblings could have argued less, if we knew then what we know now, I definitely would have made sure I tried my part to argue less. Not that we argued a lot. It's just that, like I said, when you see things and you learn better and you learn more, you do better. You learn better, you learn more, and you do better. Does it make you perfect? No. Does it mean you're not going to argue at all? No. It just means you understand the importance of not letting the trivial things get in the way. You understand the importance of not letting things that truly shouldn't matter affect your relationship to a point of you not talking to each other for weeks and weeks and months and years, right? Because sometimes that happens. A lot of times you're still stubborn. You're that one that don't want to give in. But then every now and again, you'll surprise the family, and you'll be the one to give in. That's called growth. That's growth. If you're always the meanest one, the one that's slow about giving in, and then all of a sudden you give in, that's called growth. Especially when it's amongst your family and friends. That's called growth. So, if y'all find yourself in a misery lounge, GYGAG, y'all know what that is. Grab your grip and go. If you find somebody in your lounge, in your space, in your spot, in your home, in your environment, whether you're at work or wherever you are, if you're at the grocery store and somebody comes around you with bad vibes, leave that aisle. Go to another aisle. They're not dictating how you shop. Sometimes it's just best to get away from around things that don't feel good or right to you. Leave that aisle. When that person leaves that aisle, go back and get your stuff. All right? Go back and get your stuff. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lion's Pride, if it's the Lord's will, on tomorrow. If not, prayerfully, I will see you Monday. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm about to go in here and get these shoes. Okay? And y'all, see, Joyelle notes. I was just about to tell y'all know what it is. I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. And I wish that you take those things and you use them to increase, purposefully increase on purpose. In whatever positive way you can, increase on purpose. Joyelle says I do that all the time. Right? I wish y'all peace, positivity, and prosperity, because without peace, there's what? Chaos. All right, without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity live together, roam together, breathe together, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. So get that chaos and negativity as far away from you as you can. You got enough stuff you got to deal with, okay? Get that unnecessary chaos and that unnecessary negativity away from you. So I will see y'all on the next one. Thank you guys, each and every one of you. I appreciate you and I love you. I appreciate the subscribers. I appreciate the content creators. I appreciate the content creators slash subscribers, to those of you who are both. And I appreciate you, YouTube. All right, y'all. Y'all remember to please check out Catherine with Friends, okay? Please check her out. Help her with that, with her silent streams or her lives, whatever she's doing. Catch some of the replays. Do whatever you can do, please, to help each other. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all. Love you too, Joyelle. Love you, Mad Dog, if you still in there. Love you, Catherine, Deborah, Shawanda. Who else came through here? Spiky, Joshua. And if I didn't name you, it was not intentional. It was not intentional. Y'all look at that litter. Look at that litter. Oh my gosh, y'all know I hate that litter. Bye, y'all. Okay, Joyelle, thank you.